My kids bought a home last year. She thought our operation was far too juvenile for her. Told us so in very colourful words.
What's she in for, Min?
Armed robbery. She got 7 years.
Oh, poor kid.
Pretty stiff sentence.
Apparently she and her accomplice really roughed up the hold-up victim. Taking the rap on her own, too. The other one got away. Silly child. We've mucked up a life before it's really started.
Well, it won't take much for this place to take the sting out of her.
That's for sure.
That was the most heavenly meal, Mr. Schumann. Couldn't eat another bite or I'd burst.
I don't imagine the food at Wentworth is quite up to the standard.
No, it's not like this at all. I just wish Judy and Cass and the others could be here too.
You've made some good friends there.
Oh, yes. Well, sometimes when I go back, I feel guilty about having such a lovely day, but they don't mind at all. They were thrilled to bits when they found out I had this job.
I'm glad you live with such nice people. Oh, I've enjoyed this very much. But now it's time we must get back. You know what I hope people are thinking? There's a proud father taking his pretty daughter out to lunch.
Oh, what a lovely thing to say, Mr. Schumann. I've enjoyed myself so much.
And my very wish was fulfilled. Excuse me.
Excuse me, somebody left this lighter on the table.
Thank you, miss. No doubt they'll be back for us.
I'm sure they will. It looks very expensive.
Thank you, sir.
I think Mrs. Reynolds is feeling a little apprehensive about her first session, but that's not unusual, is it? Mr. Slater will be giving you your physio treatment, Mrs. Reynolds. Believe me, he's the best.
I was expecting a female.
Oh, that's a switch. The patients in men's surgical are grumbling because the lady doctor's been replaced by a male. I'll leave it to you, Mr. Slater. I'm sure you'll find Mrs. Reynolds a very cooperative patient. We certainly have.
Well, let's hope you're not going to make a liar out of matron. You don't look like a prude.
I'm not.
Do you have a female doctor at the prison?
No.
Well, then I'm rather amazed at your attitude. A breast is like any other body protrusion, like an arm or a leg.
I find that extremely insensitive.
They're just the plain ordinary facts.
Yes, but it's the way you present them, Mr. Slater.
Mrs. Reynolds, I'm your physio, not your psychiatrist. Now, I do have other patients, so I suggest we stop all this silly nonsense and get on with your treatment.
And I suggest you go to your other patients. I'm sure I can find someone equally competent with some semblance of courtesy.
Matron wasn't bragging. I'm the best.
Who are you reassuring, Mr. Slater, the patient or yourself? Now, you go and rearrange your schedule. I'll make my own arrangements, thank you.
I'm sorry I'm late.
Miranda, I've been thinking, maybe your mother was right. I mean, the bridegroom's not supposed to see the dress until the day.
Oh. It's gorgeous. I think I'll try that one on first.
It's unlucky, you know.
I told you I don't believe in those stupid old superstitions. Come on.
Yeah, I just don't want to take any chances, that's all.
Ralph, I think you're shy about going in there. It's easy to see you've never done this before. Come on.
You know, it's not like Mrs. Morris to be so tight-lipped. I wonder what is going on with Mrs. Powell.
Yeah, well, I just hope that Mrs. Reynolds comes back soon. I mean, it was only supposed to be minor surgery. They can't keep her there forever.
If you could all stop bitching for a minute, you might find time to keep the table full.
Oh, well, aren't you the little eager beaver? What will we ever do when they let you out?
I don't care if I never get out. Got no plans outside this dump.
I wouldn't make too many inside if I were you.
Even if I did, you wouldn't figure in them, that's for sure.
Hey, what sort of tests will they make me do, Min?
Oh, they'll probably just talk to you, love. Maybe ask you a few questions, like, how do you like it in here? That sort of thing.
Wow, you don't have much to say for yourself, Becky?
The name's Reb.
Piss off, you're crowding your space. Pardon me for breathing.
That sort of attitude will get you nowhere in here, Reb.
Yeah, well, I told you what you could do with your advice a long time ago.
Hello? Can I help you?
I'm just trying to decide which one of these two dresses to try on. They're both lovely, aren't they?
Well, I think you'd have to try them both on to see how heavenly they really are. I think this one would look nice on you.
Think so? I've hunted everywhere for just the right one.
I know. Everything has to be just perfect on the day, hasn't it? Would you like me to assist you?
I'll give you a call if I need any help.
All right. Well, the fitting room's just through here. There you are.
Thanks.
Can I help you, or are you both together? Ralph! Well, what are you doing here?
Hello, Pixie love. I'm just helping my fiancée choose her wedding dress.
You mean... Oh, but you can't marry anyone else because you're married to me.
No, I'm not. Our marriage was declared null and void, remember?
Look, I don't care what they said. Well, we were married in a church. Well, if you marry anyone else, you'd be a bigamist.
No, Pixie, that's you. You didn't mention at the time about your first 3 husbands. Look, Miranda doesn't know about us. I never got around to telling her. She's a very sweet kid. She'd be very upset if she knew.
I always remember our wedding day. I'm not sure it wasn't the nicest one of all.
Oh, it was wonderful, but let's keep it between us, okay?
Well, she does seem quite sweet. I'll make sure she looks just as pretty as I did when we were married. She likes the one I chose. She looks really beautiful, didn't she?
Yeah.
I hope you don't mind, Ralph, but it's very like the one I wore on our wedding day, isn't it?
What did you say?
Miranda, I can explain everything.
You were married to her. You're a divorced man and you never even bothered to tell me.
No, I'm not divorced.
What?
I mean, I was married, but I wasn't. Explain.
Well, you see, Ralph and I were married
I don't want to hear anymore. And I hate the dress anyway.
Oh,
Now do you see what you've done?
I'm sorry, Ralph. I was only trying to help.
Do me a favour. Next time, don't.